Evening,
You hear
dear
me?
audience. This is the right time. We are going to start International Investor Summit. Our today's guest and speaker, Honorable Dr. Alim Nazar Islamoglov, Vice Rector, Tashkent Institute of Finance, Uzbekistan. In today's session, we will be getting opinions of our guest on mindset of international investors. So now this is the platform of Dr. Alim Nazar Islamoglov, and he will start with his introduction. Sir, over to you.
Thank you. First of all, thank you for you, Mr. Bridges, to invite me to speak to the today's audience. Dear participants of this event, I am Alim Nazar Islamkulov, Professor, Doctor of Economics, Doctor of Science in Economics from Tashkent, Uzbekistan. I am at the moment the Vice Rector at the Tashkent Institute of Finance. And today's our topic is about investment and also how we attract investors to the economic spheres. Investment is one of the very important important driver of the economic development. So in each country, the government would like to give more opportunity to attract more investments to the spheres of the economy. It gives the investment bring some new technologies, and also it gives an opportunity to make a place to employ. So it is very important to attract investors to the country. Please switch on your microphone, Mr. Bridges.
So I'm just going to start with my questions.
Yes.
Yeah. So first question is, what are the important factors of attracting investors? So
As
we
I
we
mentioned
just
above.
want your opinion. Yeah. What are the factors for attracting the investors?
Okay.
Yeah.
As I mentioned above, investments are an important economic driver. So, reason of investment, the first and most important thing to consider is the reason for making an investment. It's very important. Legacy and the tax system and geopolitics of the geopolitician situation of the country is also very important to attract investors. And also, first of all, investor have to research the market. What is the market? Where the investor invests his financial resources. So it is very important to researching the market. As we know, there are three types of markets. First is low in which there is no supply and demand. There is no equivalence of the demand and supply. And the next market is transition economy, in which new developing, as we know by the World Bank, is the new developing countries, such as Uzbekistan, post-Soviet, other countries. For these markets, the transition market is very important to learn the geopolitical situation. For example, Uzbekistan bordered with Afghanistan, bordered with Tajikistan, bordered with Kyrgyzstan, bordered with Turkmenistan, which these countries is not very developed or developing countries. these countries are poor countries. So when investor invests their financial resource to the Uzbekistan, they they have to learn the market. When they invest to financial resource, and then when the investor produce some products, where the product will be still. So first is very attractive for this is a very important factor. Then researching the market. The second is risk levels. What kind of risks the investor will have in the future? It is also the investor must learn the risks. How can, for example, for today, for example, the employment is very important. So maybe if you give to the who is the unemployment, for example, $100, he will work. Maybe tomorrow he don't want to work. Why? Because the $100 is very low for him. So because of the inflation. So the second is the second factor is about risk level. What kind of risks investors have? And the third is taxation. Taxation is also a very important factor for the investor. Why? Because how many how many resources he will pay to the taxation. When what he earned, how much is go to the tax system of the country. And also it is very important for this factor how the taxation system is stable or not. This is also very important. For example, for today, investor may pay, for example, 5% of his input, and in next day maybe the tax system will change and the investor have to pay 30% of his input. So it is very important. The important factor is the taxation system, and the others also liquidity and other factors will attract the investors to the this decision of process. They will invest the financial resource to the market or not. This is my opinions for your first question.
So now my next question. What are the trends of international investors in Indian market? What investors basically thinks about Indian markets? What type of opportunities they are looking basically?
Thank you for this question. First of all, I would like to say something. For example, I am the specialist on only public finance. The investment is not my special sphere. So, but I know how the world trends by investment process. So I know the India is very important. In India, very popular spheres are medicine and IT. This is my opinion. Maybe it will be the other spheres also very popular, very but I think, in my opinion, in India, the main spheres which is very developed is IT and medicine. And also, for example, why I am saying that? Because in each month, after the 2016, the professor of medicine will come to Uzbekistan to give advice, to give consultation to the people. So and also I know more people who go to the India to give some to get medicine services from India. And the medicine service in India a little bit cheaper than, for example, Europe, for example, Israel, for example, Germany, and so our people, Uzbek people, go to the India for get medicine, health services. So I think very developed sphere of one of the developed sphere in India is health sphere, and for how they developed by giving, by getting more investment to this sphere, I think. And also IT sphere is also very important. For example, in Uzbekistan now at the moment, we have MIT University, which is preparing the staffs to the IT sphere. I think the IT sphere is also very popular, very well developed in in India by getting some investments, I think. And let me now give some examples from Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan is also a new developing country. This is we have transition market at the moment. And so for Uzbekistan, at the moment, more attractive trend sphere is textile sphere. Why? Because we have, as Uzbekistan is sunny country, and we have an opportunity to get harvest 2 times in a year. So harvest 2 times in a year. So it is very attractive sphere at the moment in Uzbekistan textile sphere of the economy. And also I think investments and also, in my opinion, the priority transformation for raw materials to the products, semi-product. So in Uzbekistan is investment to the rural sphere. Investment to the agro sphere is very important at the moment. And also, I would like to add something. For example, at the moment, the government of Uzbekistan gives more opportunities by tax system to the attract investments. They have an opportunity to investors. We give more, for example, tax, decrease the tax percents, and also and etc. And also we have special fund, reconstruction fund. By this fund, the government also invests to the each sphere of the economy to increase the whole economy of the country. This is my answers to your second question. Please switch on your microphone, please.
Yeah. Sorry. Now moving for third question. So what is mindset of an individual for the investment in research and development sector? So as you know well, basically government bodies and government agencies are basically investing in research and development, right? Very less people investing in private sector, especially individuals. So what are your opinions if someone wants to invest in private research and development, an individual as an individual? So,
Okay.
yeah, how they can look their benefit? What are the benefits for investing in research and development?
Okay.
Yeah.
Why? Research and development represents the activities companies undertake to innovate and introduce new products and services or to improve their existing offerings. Why we need research and development? So research and development allow a company to stay ahead of its competition by catering to new wants and needs in the market. So it is necessary to regularly study the development of investment, such as first, the effectiveness of investments should be evaluated how effective the investment was. This is very important. We are giving some financial resources, or we will decrease tax to the investors, and what we get. For this, we need research in this field. How the government's conditions gives, for example, decreasing taxation to the investors, give to the investor how kind of benefits they get. This is the first why we need research and development. Secondly, the return of investment was also one of the most important things. The conditions for investors, the impact of the financial aid, levers should be evaluated. How for example, how the tax credit affected the absorption of the investment. So this is the second why we need research. And the third is, I think, in my opinion, it is necessary to assess whether the objectives of the investment have been achieved or not. For example, in each country, the government also gives more investors by the state budget, by the special fund, financial fund, for example, which I mentioned about construction fund. What is the reason? So research, I think for this we need. For this reason, we need research. And also, research and development needs to learn world trends, how the world economy, where world economy is going by in investment sphere. For this, what each country must do to get world trend. This is very important to learn. Very kind process of the research and development in investment sphere. This is my brief answers to the third questions.
Yeah, I have some questions right now, and I would like to put with you and want to answer. So, as you told, India is growing in medicine and IT, right? Basically, you're
Yes.
saying investors are looking opportunity in IT sector and medicine sector in Indian market. Okay.
Yes, I think so.
IT.
Why? Because this sphere is very popular and most developed spheres in India. I think this is my opinion. Maybe I have a mistake.
No.
This
It's not mistake.
opinion.
You're absolutely right. It's not mistake exactly. So I have a question like when we are planning for the research project into linguistics or communication related project, that is near about related to IT. We need to develop software also. but it's basically it's a parts of linguistic and communication. It means we can
Yes.
develop uh, a project for research in linguistic technology. How we can develop software for communication purpose, especially in different languages like other than English. uh, if we can develop a communication tool by using linguistic technology. So what is your opinion for investors? Will they be interested for investment or not? And it's not restricted for India only. I'm saying overall. Especially
Yeah.
you can
I,
take example of Uzbekistan also.
yes, I understand you. At the moment, the linguistics and communication to find right language is not difficult. Why? Because the IT sphere is very developed at the moment. Why? We have Chat GDP
Yes.
and we have spatial translation uh, translation programs. For example, in our telephone, when we are speaking in Uzbek, this program translate it to the other language in which language we want. So I think linguistics and communication at the moment it doesn't difficult because the IT sphere is uh, solved all the problems. For example, we have at the moment artificial intelligence chat GDP.
Yes.
You
Yes.
are asking something, chat GDP answering this your question. Or what do you want? You are asking something, they will give anything. What do you want? So I think this is my opinion. Linguistics and communication is not in most trend in the world at the moment. The main thing I think it is a very important thing by investors the learn the to get the main indicators, economic indicators of the country. For example, in each country, for example, the country gives World Bank, the country gives, for example, International Financial Institute, Financial Fund, some statistic indicators. But when you are visiting the country, you don't see these indicators. So to get indicators, really real indicators, for example, is very important in investment. I think so. For example, in European countries, also the same position at the moment. When I visited to Germany, the indicators from, for example, the net, there's some very increased the indicators. But when we are seeing by your visiting to the country, the indicators which they give to the IMF or World Bank is not really or not suit to the indicators you see.
Okay, and my next topic or question is about uh, it's like humanoid, like human intensive robots. So as you're saying, it's a great opportunity in medicine sector in India. So if we are
Yeah.
going to plan a project around humanoid robotic tools that is associated with life science or biology, like humanoid. So what are the opportunity, or what investors are seeking opportunity or thinking their mindset?
Yeah. And also, in my opinion, robotics is also at the moment, year by year, is one of the developing sphere. But I would like to give some my opinions about the VR systems. By VR, you should see anything. What do you want? For example, in last month, when I visited transportation University of Transport, Tashkent State University of Transport, and I saw there that, just a minute, please. And VR is also, when I visited the university, I saw that the students, how they, by VR system, they learn how to ride, for example, locomotive. So robotics and VR system is also now at the moment very important, and so to attract to investments to these spheres is also most important, I think. And Mr. Bridges just I to me call the vice director, so he called me. Can I go there?
Yes, if it's urgent, so yeah, yeah, you should go. Definitely, you should go.
Thank you very much. Because we have tomorrow morning, in the morning, we have a delegation from Austria. So we must discuss how we will meet the delegation.
By the way, we will have just only 5 minutes more. If you can manage, just only 5 minutes more. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So lastly, I just want to know more about your institute. What are the major departments of your institutes, and what your institute is doing basically in research and development?
Yeah. Thank you. My institute research, Tashkent Institute of Finance, is the special institute which in where we prepare students for the economic sphere, for the banking system, for the financial system, public finance system, and we prepare staffs to the tax and taxation system and the other specific institute. And in our research and development at the moment, we are going on these spheres. For example, last year we prepared a scoring model for the credit system, for credits. For example, who want to get credit from bank, go to the bank and give financial statements of the company, and this our system scoring model, they put all the indicators getting by the statement of the company, and this platform, this scoring model, evaluate it and assessing the statement of the company. And then the platform gives to the bank staff, it will be maybe you will give credit or not. So, and we are getting from financial resources from the government. We have special fund, which is under the Agency of Innovation Development in Uzbekistan. This fund is give grants for projects of the research in each university in Uzbekistan. And also we have, for example, at the moment, my institute, the full financial statement, 3% will get financial resource from the state budget. To 97% of the financial resources we earn by ourselves. So by after the giving some expenses in each year, 1 milliard sum. It means 1 milliard sum. It about 100,000 dollar in each. No, 1,000 milliard. That one about
Yeah.
100 million dollar gives to the research by the getting fees from the students.
Okay, and as you're saying, you're getting fund from government side, right? You're getting fund for from the government of education Uzbekistan for research and development, right? So,
Yes, sir.
what is your thinking about if you are trying with individual investors, private investors in your institute for research and development? So, what are the culture in Uzbekistan?
Yes, it is very specific question. At the moment, the self-investment is not more developed in my country. So at the moment, dollarization, as you know, all over the world, dollarization is very increased in the top. So in my country, is also dollarization is getting more popular. So self-investment is not enough increased, enough developed. I hope in the future, year by year, this also will be developed.
So, thank you very much for your time, and you have shared your experience. It was really, really very nice. And lastly, just want your feedback or experience you got here in this podcast.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, I'm asking your experience about this podcast. How was this podcast?
This is the I think this is the first time we are by online. This is my first podcast. I think it will be very useful in the future for the audience also. Very good idea. Thank you very much. One more
Yeah,
thing, I would like to thank to you, Mr. Brajesh. And have you ever been in Uzbekistan or not?
yeah, definitely, definitely. I will share you link also for this podcast, and definitely we will plan more podcast with your institute professors and researchers, and hope if it is possible we will collaborate for research also. We will try to collaborate for research also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I will invite you to in person visit to Uzbekistan. I will show you all the education process in my university.
Yeah, thank you very much. Hardly, thank you very much.
Very much.
Yeah.